Welcome to the cash discounting setup video. Before you get started on setting up cash discounting, make sure you have your payment set up correctly. You can go to the Payments app on the Clover device, which is under Setup. You go to Payments right here, and see here it says automatically take payment on connected device. If that's checked, make sure you uncheck that. Okay, this feature is not compatible with any cash discounting program. Okay, after you do that, you're going to find the cash discounting app, and you're going to tap on it and tap the setup button, and you'll be ready to get started on setting up on the device. Now again, there's two different ways you can set up the cash discounting program. Okay, one is from the device, from the actual Clover device on which you've downloaded the cash discounting app. The other way is from a website that we offer, and you can install the cash discounting app from the Clover, from the merchant web dashboard, followed by going to our setup website, where you can actually put in all of the, you can set up the entire program without actually having to visit the site of the merchant, and you can set it all up and get it ready. And all the merchant has to do is basically open the app one time on each device that they've downloaded the app to. For now, we're going to show you the setup from the device, and then we're going to finish by showing you how to use a website, again, where you can set up the entire program for a merchant without actually having to be on site. Okay. Basically, when you open the app, you're going to see the big old button that says setup. You're going to tap that. And first thing you're going to do is raise the prices by the amount that, you can choose you can choose up to double decimals on the amount that you raise the price. And you can tap this checkbox right here if you want to raise the price to the nearest 5 or 9 before you raise the prices, okay? There's a button to revert prices. We do not do this automatically if you uninstall the app, okay? That's because there's a lot of people who need to uninstall, but they don't want to downgrade their prices and revert them. So you do want to manually revert prices before you uninstall. But in general, you only need to raise the prices once. After you raise the prices one time, we're managing the inventory on behalf of the merchant. That means if they add new items to their inventory, then we're going to raise the prices of that inventory automatically. If they update the price of inventory, we're going to raise the price of that updated item. Okay. Now, the one thing you do want to know is because there's some Clover bugs, if the merchant uses quick edit to change a price, that's not going to get updated. And if you import inventory, then prices of items that are imported using a spreadsheet or something, those will not be updated automatically. So we do recommend before you raise the prices of your items, make sure you get all your inventory updated. That way in the future, the merchant can add inventory items as they want, okay? The discount model, you don't need to worry about right now. We do have a true discount model. A true exchange where we manage a cash item and a credit item separately. If you need that, make sure you email us, help@appheaven.us, help@appheaven.us. We can discuss that, okay? The discount label, this is what you put for the name of the cash discount, which would normally be called cash discount, okay? But you can call it whatever you want. You can call it discount, or you can leave it blank if you'd like, or leave it a space. Minimum discount, maximum discount. If you have any upper limit or bottom limit, you could set those as you need. The gift card name, this is the name of the item, of the gift card item or gift card items. You can comma separate a list, okay? And the idea here is that with gift cards, different programs are treated different ways. If we see the word gift card in the item name, then what we're going to do is instead of automatically raising the price of that item, we're going to apply a activation fee instead. And you can name that activation fee whatever you want right here, okay? And you want to check add activation fee to gift cards. And so the idea here is that there's some items that, if it's a custom item, we're just going to raise the price of the item. But if it's a gift card, instead of raising the price of the item, we're going to add an activation fee, okay? So if you have gift cards and you're selling them, make sure you use this option. Ignore lottery means that if an item has the word lottery in it, we're not going to automatically raise the price of that item, okay? If you're using a duo, or if at least one of the if one of the devices on an account is a duo, make sure you choose enable customer facing. If it's a tethered mini, go ahead and set that. That applies per device only, okay? The credit label, This applies to everything. This is the price of the credit price of an item. Do you call it the regular price or the credit price or the list price? Some teams, some legal teams prefer the term regular price instead of credit price. But you can call this credit if you want. We give you the flexibility to choose. This, for a Duo, this is the name of the credit button. Okay, and for the customer, they may be more accustomed to using the word credit. So that's a special button name that you can change for the Duo for the customer facing side. Okay, flash cash price. If you choose this option, we'll demonstrate this in a minute, but it'll basically briefly flash the original cash price of an item so you can see what the original price was real easily. And it'll be for like half a second. Okay, split EBT payments. You would use this if you want, basically, if the merchant is selling EBT items, then we're going to show you where you specify which categories are EBT. But basically, we're going to split out all the EBT items in a separate order, and we're going to remove the taxes and add the cash discount all with one button. And this is really useful because as soon as the EBT items are paid for, or first the non-EBT items are paid for, then you pay for the EBT items. And it's like a dual transaction, one after the other. It's guided for you. Makes it really easy to handle EBT. Okay. Alert when cash selected. If you choose this option, there'll be an extra little pop-up that pops up to remind you to make sure, like if you choose cash, it reminds you to make sure you take the payment with cash. And it also creates a block on the Duo side so that if a customer chooses cash, then they won't be able to pay with their credit card. It'll block them until they actually pay with cash, okay, with the payment. Enable auto pop-up. You want to leave this enabled for most people, but if you don't choose this, then the pop-up that asks for cash or credit will only pop up if you choose the cash credit button, okay, which we'll show you in a minute. Remove tax on cash. Some merchants like, if you choose cash, that they want all their taxes removed also. I'm not sure all the use cases, but it is there in case you need it. Inverse sale app is mainly for Payments Plus, but there are some people that if they're on the sale app, instead of increasing the price of an item, like let's say it was a $10 item and the 4% raise, then instead of making the price $10.40, they want to drop the price by 4% instead, okay? And this is just for people who are really, really afraid of the possibility of some kind of problem, and so they want to enter the credit price and then elect to choose a cash price instead. The normal behavior would be they enter the cash price and will raise the price for a custom item to the to the new credit price. Tip hints, you can select which tip hints you want to offer on the bottom of a receipt, or you can just use merchant tip suggestions and we'll use whatever the merchant has set up, okay? The receipts, you normally want to choose credit and cash. You only choose the dual receipt. You actually don't need to choose this because it'll always be available to you as an option before you hit the pay bill, the pay button. I'm going to show you how to use this in a minute, okay? If you want the receipt at the bottom of the Clover receipt, if you want the credit and cash price to appear along with tip hints, then make sure you check this. This is the native Clover order print receipt, and it only prints if you print the order. Again, this is not to print on the bottom of the payment receipt. No one cares after they've already made a payment, okay? This is the Clover order receipt. If you need to print a barcode or a QR code, this one's safe to use for if you want to use a barcode on the bottom of the receipts. You only want to use the scan to pay QR code if that merchant offers the scan to pay function. So this would just enable mimicking that same function on the custom receipts that we print out, okay? It's not creating a feature for scan to pay. It's only providing the scan to pay QR code if they're already used to using it, okay? This will, if you choose this, you'll offer the ability to round up for charity, and then you can name the charity, what you're offering that for. And this feature will enable a new report also. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the reports and what some of these different options are going to do for you in the next video. Okay, so we're going to show you, and we call that the usage video, and that's the next video.